Hello everyone, welcome to Easy English for Everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share to receive the latest videos. Now let's study together.
Hello everyone. Let me tell you a story. A man studied English for 10 years. He knew many words. He studied grammar every day. But one day, he met a tourist. The tourist said, "Hi. How are you?" The man froze. He could not answer. He felt sad. He asked himself, "Why can't I speak English?" Many people have the same problem. They study for years, but they cannot speak. Is it because they are bad at English? No. The real reason is they are learning the wrong way. In this video, I will share 15 powerful lessons. These lessons will help you learn English in a new way, a better way, a way that feels natural, fun, and real. Let's begin your new English journey together. Let me introduction to 15 lessons to learn English. Are you ready? Let's look at the first lesson. Each one is small, but together, they can change your English forever. Glowing Star Lesson 1. Stop learning like a school student. Learn like a baby. Many people open a textbook, they study grammar rules, they write answers, but babies don't do that. Babies listen first, they don't study grammar, they hear real English every day, and slowly, they start to speak. So if you want to speak well, learn like a baby, listen a lot, enjoy the sounds. Don't worry about mistakes. So now you know learning like a baby is powerful. But there is something else babies do that helps them learn fast. Let's talk about that in the next lesson. Glowing Star Lesson 2. Listen first. Speak later. Imagine a baby again. She doesn't talk on the first day. She hears her mom's voice. She hears her dad say, "Hello, sweetie." She hears people laugh, sing, and talk every day. She listens. For many months, she says nothing, but her brain is learning. She's building a sound map inside her head, and one day, she speaks. This is called the silent period. It's normal. It's not a problem. It's part of learning. But in school, we are told to speak too early. We learn a word and must say it right away. If we make a mistake, someone corrects us. We feel nervous. We stop enjoying English. So what can you do instead? Start with listening. Just listening every day. 15 to 30 minutes. It can be a story, a podcast, or a video. It can be slow English or natural English. At first, you may not understand everything. That's okay. Relax. Smile. Let the sounds enter your brain. Slowly, your ears will get stronger. You will begin to hear patterns. You will hear words again and again. And one day, the words will come out of your mouth naturally, just like a baby. Light bulb tip of the day. Listen to easy English stories while walking, cleaning, or resting. Don't stop the audio. Don't worry about every word. Let your brain enjoy the music of English. So now you know the power of listening, but what should you listen to? That brings us to our next secret. Glowing Star Lesson 3. Learn with interesting and emotional content. Let's go back to school for a moment. Do you remember your English textbook? It had strange stories like, Tom is in the kitchen. He has a spoon. Or, Mary likes apples. She has 2 apples. Boring, right? Now think about this. Can you remember a funny story your friend told you 10 years ago? Or a sad movie that made you cry? You remember it clearly, right? That's because your brain loves emotion. It remembers what makes you laugh, cry, or feel excited. So if you want to learn English faster, don't just study dry grammar books. Find stories that touch your heart, find topics that make you curious, find videos, podcasts, or lessons that make you feel something. Maybe you love cooking, listen to cooking shows. Maybe you enjoy history, find easy English videos about history. Maybe you like love stories, find a simple romantic drama. It doesn't matter what the topic is, what matters is that you care about it. When you feel emotion, your brain opens up, English sticks to your memory like glue. You learn without stress, you remember without trying hard. This is how children learn too. They learn when they play, laugh, and feel. You can do the same. Light bulb tip of the day. Today, choose one English video or podcast that makes you feel something. Watch it or listen to it with joy, not pressure. Let your heart help your brain. So now you know that emotions help you remember better. But how can you speak more naturally, like a real English speaker? Let's talk about that in the next lesson. Speaking Head Lesson 4. Don't memorize words. Learn phrases in chunks. Here's a small test. If I say the word book, you know it, right? But can you quickly say a sentence with it? What about books? Can I borrow your book? Books. This book is really interesting. Books. I'm reading a book about cooking. These are not just words, they are phrases, groups of words that often go together. Here's the truth: native speakers don't speak word by word, they speak in chunks. They don't say, I go to the store. They say it as one smooth phrase, I'm gonna go to the store. It's like music, each sentence has a rhythm. So if you only memorize words like go, eat, or book, you'll get stuck when speaking. But if you learn the full phrase, your English will sound natural and fast. Let's try another example. Don't just learn the word hungry. Learn the whole chunk. Hamburger. I'm really hungry right now. Hamburger. Are you hungry? Hamburger. Let's get something to eat. When you learn in chunks, your brain remembers faster, and when it's time to speak, the sentence will come out like magic. That's how native speakers learn. That's how babies learn too. So from today, don't just write down new words, write full phrases, say them out loud, use them in your daily life. It's like collecting Lego pieces. The more chunks you have, the easier it is to build real conversations. Speech balloon tip of the day. Choose 3 simple phrases in English today. Say each one 5 times. Try to use at least one in real life, even if it's just talking to yourself. Start building your English chunk by chunk. So now you know learning chunks is better than just learning words. But what if you forget the phrases after a few days? Let's fix that with Lesson 5. Brain Lesson 5. Repeat to remember, but do it the smart way. Have you ever read something and then forgot it the next day? You're not alone. That's how the brain works. We forget fast if we don't review. But here's a trick: don't review everything every day, review it at the right time. It's called spaced repetition. Big words, I know, but it's simple. Here's how it works. You see a new phrase today. Speaking Head, nice to meet you. Say it out loud a few times today, then review it again tomorrow, then review it again 3 days later, then 1 week later. Each time, your brain remembers it better. It's like watering a plant, not too much, just at the right time. Now here's a story. There was a man named Tom that he tried to learn 50 new English words in one day. He wrote them down. He studied all night. The next week, he remembered only 5 of them. Then he changed his way out. He learned just 5 phrases each day. He reviewed them like this: calendar day 1, day 2, day 4, day 7. After 1 month, he remembered 90%. That's the power of smart review. You don't need to study longer, you just need to study smarter. Use flashcards, use an app, or just write phrases on sticky notes and review on your wall. It's not about more time, it's about better timing. Alarm clock tip of the day. Choose 3 phrases you learned this week, say them now, then write down when you will review them again. Tomorrow? In 3 days? Next week, make a small review plan and stick to it. Your memory will thank you. Now you know how to remember better with Smart Review. But what if you don't feel excited to study? Let's change that with Lesson 6. Fire Lesson 6. Make English part of your fun, not just your study time. Learning doesn't have to feel like school. You don't need to sit at a desk for 1 hour with a grammar book. That's boring. You can learn while you enjoy your day. Do you like music? Musical. Try listening to English songs. Find a song you like, look at the lyrics, sing along. Even if your voice is bad, it's okay. Your ears and mouth are learning. Do you watch YouTube, Movie Camera? Find English channels with fun topics, cooking, travel, animals, funny stories, anything you like. When you enjoy it, you don't feel tired, and your brain is more open. There was a girl named Anna. She loved K-pop. She didn't want to learn English, but she wanted to understand interviews with her favorite stars. So she started watching videos with English subtitles. She didn't study with books, she just watched videos every day. After 3 months, she could understand more. After 6 months, she could write comments in English. She learned because she loved it. What do you love? Books? Sports? Games? Gardening? There is English for every topic. When you mix English with fun, it becomes part of your life. No more boring study time, just happy English moments. Even 10 minutes a day is enough if you enjoy it. Rainbow tip of the day. Pick one fun thing you already do and now ask, how can I do it in English? Watch a short video, listen to a song, or read a comic. Do it today. Just 5 to 10 minutes. Smile while learning. That's the best kind of English. Having fun while learning English makes the journey easier, but there's one more thing that can really help you go far. It's all about finding your why. Let's talk about that in Lesson 7. Lightbulb Lesson 7. Know your why, your reason to learn English. If you know why you want to learn English, you will never give up. Think about it. Why are you learning English? Some people say, I need English for my job. Some say, I want to travel. Others say, I want to make foreign friends. And some just want to understand movies or books. All of these are good reasons, but the best reason is your reason. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Tom. He was 58 years old. He always wanted to visit his daughter in Canada. She spoke English well, but he didn't. He tried to learn English many times before. He gave up every time. Too hard, too boring, too busy. But then, one day, he got a photo from his daughter. She had a baby, his first grandson. Tom looked at the photo and thought, I want to speak to my grandson. I want him to know me. That became his why. From that day, Tom studied a little every day. He watched baby videos in English. He learned how to say hello, I love you, and good night. He learned slowly, but he didn't stop. 1 year later, he flew to Canada. He met his grandson and he said, hello, I'm Grandpa, in English. He cried. His daughter cried too. Your why is your light. When learning feels hard, your why will help you continue. So today, ask yourself, why do I want to speak English? Write it down, say it out loud, keep it in your heart. Seedling tip of the day. Take 1 minute, write your reason for learning English, put it on your wall, phone, or notebook. Look at it every day. When your heart remembers your why, your brain will find a way. Now you know your why. That's your engine, but what's the best way to keep that engine running every day? It's time to discover the secret power of routine. That brings us to Lesson 8. Lesson 8, build a small, daily routine, learn a little, every day. Learning English doesn't need to be big and loud. Sometimes, small and quiet is better. The key is to do it every day. Let me tell you a story. Anna is 65 years old. She lives in a small town and always wanted to learn English, but she thought, I'm too old. I forget things. One day, her grandson said, Grandma, just learn one word a day. I'll help you. So she did. Every morning, after breakfast, she opened her notebook. Point one new word. Just one dot. She said it out loud. She wrote it down. Her grandson smiled and clapped. Next day, one more word. She started to enjoy it. She added a small English song in the afternoon. She watched short videos with English subtitles at night, but the rule was, never skip a day. Even just 5 minutes. After 3 months, she had over 90 words. After 6 months, she could say small sentences, and now, she sends voice messages to her grandson in English. Anna didn't study for hours, she didn't use big books, she used a tiny habit, and she did it every day. You can do the same. Don't wait for the perfect time. Just choose one time each day, maybe after coffee, before bed, or during lunch. Make it your English time. Even 5 minutes a day will grow into something beautiful. Seedling tip of the day. Pick one small habit, one word a day, one short video, one sentence you speak aloud. Do it every day. No pressure. No stress, just consistency. Small steps make big change. Okay, now you have a routine. Not you're learning a little each day, but how do you make English feel real? The answer is, use English to talk about your life. That brings us to Lesson 9. Light bulb Lesson 9. Talk about your real life. Use English that matters to you. Let's imagine this. There's a man named Tuan. He works at a small coffee shop. He wants to learn English, but he gets bored with textbooks. One day, he has an idea. What if I learn the English words for things in my cafe? He starts small. Hot beverage coffee equals coffee. Croissant bread equals bread. Cooking egg equals egg. Then he practices with short sentences. Would you like coffee? The bread is warm. I clean the table. Soon, he starts using English in his real work. He writes short notes in English. He greets tourists with a smile, and he enjoys it because it's his world in English. You see, the best English is not fancy. It's not about the cat sat on the mat. It's about you. Your life. Your world. If you are a grandma, talk about your grandkids. If you love cooking, learn kitchen words. If you ride a bike, say, I ride my bike every morning. When English connects to your real life, you remember it better. It feels useful. It feels alive. And the best part? You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to speak a little about your day. Tip of the day. Think about your daily life. What do you do every day? Now say it in English. I cook rice. I walk with my dog. I call my daughter. These small sentences are more powerful than any textbook because they are your truth. So now, you're using English in your real life. Beautiful, but sometimes you might still feel shy or afraid. What if I make a mistake? Well, that's what Lesson 10 is all about. Light bulb Lesson 10. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes help you grow. Let me tell you a true story. There was a man named Mr. Nam. He was 65 years old. He never learned English when he was young, but when his granddaughter moved to America, he wanted to talk with her in English. So he started learning every morning. He listened to one English sentence, then He practiced saying it out loud. Hello. How are you? My name is Nam. I miss you. One day, he tried to speak English to a tourist at the park. He wanted to say, nice to meet you, but instead, he said, me nice meet you. The tourist smiled kindly. It's okay, she said. I understand. Mr. Nam laughed. He felt a little embarrassed, but also proud. You see, the mistake didn't stop him. It helped him remember the phrase better, and after that day, he was less afraid to try. Here's the truth: if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. Children make mistakes all the time, and that's how they grow. Mistakes are not a sign of failure, they are a sign of progress. Every time you forget a word, or say it wrong, your brain is learning something new. It's like falling when you ride a bike, it means you're trying. So speak English. Write English. Sing English, and if you mess up, smile and keep going. You are brave. You are learning. And that's beautiful. Glowing star tip of the day. Say this sentence to yourself every day. I allow myself to make mistakes. And then, go use English even if it's not perfect. Your courage is more important than your grammar. Now you understand that mistakes help you grow. But there's another secret. To truly learn English, you must also listen with your heart. That's the power of Lesson 11. Lightbulb Lesson 11. Learn English through stories, not just grammar. Let me tell you a story about a girl named Lynn. Lynn loved music. She loved fairy tales, but in English class, she only studied grammar rules. Present simple, past tense, irregular verbs. It felt cold. It felt boring. She wanted to give up. One day, her cousin gave her an old book, The Little Prince, in English. At first, she didn't understand everything, but she liked the pictures. She liked the story. She read one page. Then another. She smiled. She cried. She laughed. Suddenly, English was not a subject anymore. It was a key to open her heart to a bigger world. Each story gave her new words, new feelings, new dreams, and slowly, without knowing it, her English improved. No grammar book ever made her feel that way. You see, when we learn like a child, with wonder and emotion, we remember better. We care more. We learn faster. Stories are how humans have learned for thousands of years. They teach us love, pain, friendship, and courage in any language. So if grammar makes you tired, take a break, pick up a short story. Watch a cartoon. Listen to a podcast. Let the story carry you. Let the meaning come to you. Even if you don't understand every word, your heart will understand. That's the magic. Glowing star tip of the day. Don't study English. Feel English. Watch a story. Feel the emotion. Let your brain connect the words. Learning is not just about memory. It's about connection. After you enjoy a good story, your heart feels warm. But what if I told you that you can become the storyteller? Yes, that's the beauty of Lesson 12. Lesson 12. Speak your thoughts even if they're simple. There was once a man named Mr. Tom. He was 65 years old when he started learning English. People laughed. "You're too old," they said. But Tom didn't care. He wanted to talk to his grandson in America. He wanted to say, "I love you," in English, from his heart. Tom didn't wait to be perfect. He learned one sentence, and he spoke it. Today is a good day. His grammar wasn't perfect. Sometimes he forgot words, but every day, he said something. At the bus stop, the sky is blue. In the shop, I like banana. To himself in the mirror, you are strong. He spoke slowly, but with joy. He smiled. He listened. He tried again. One day, his grandson called him on video. Tom said, "Hello? I miss you." The little boy smiled and shouted, "Grandpa, you speak English!" Tom cried. That's the power of speaking your thoughts, even simple ones. You don't need big words. You don't need to sound smart, you just need to be brave. When you speak, you open a door, you connect. You grow, and with each small sentence, your confidence becomes stronger. Many learners wait too long, they wait for perfect English. But perfect never comes, what comes is this moment now. So speak today. Speak simply, say what you see. Say what you feel, even just one sentence from your heart is enough. Glowing star tip of the day. Speak, not to impress. Speak to express. You've now learned how important it is to speak, even just one sentence a day, but speaking is just the beginning. Now let's learn how to keep the fire alive. Light bulb lesson 12. Find your reason, your why. Let me tell you a little story. There was a woman named Lynn. She worked in a bakery every day. She woke up at 4 a.m. to make bread. She was tired. Her back hurt. Her hands were dry from the flour. But every night, she opened her English notebook. She listened to one podcast. She repeated one sentence. She smiled as she whispered, "Tomorrow will be better." One day, her friend asked, "Why do you study English?" "You're busy. You're tired." Lynn answered softly, "I want to open a bakery in London one day. I want to welcome people and say, 'Good morning, would you like some fresh bread?'" That dream, that why gave her wings. You see, English is not just a subject. It's a bridge to your dreams. To travel. To make friends. To find a new job. To feel proud. To talk to your children, your grandchildren. To sing your favorite song and understand every word. When you have a reason, you have strength, even when you feel tired. Even when it's hard, you remember your why. And you keep going. Don't learn English because others tell you to learn, because you want something more. A bigger world. A braver you. So take a moment now, ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? Write your answer. Say it out loud. Put it in your heart. That reason will carry you through the dark days. It will make the learning fun. It will turn every small step into a victory. Glowing star tip of the day. When your why is strong, your way will appear. You've found your why, your reason to keep learning. Now, let's add something that makes the journey even more special. Let's make English learning a part of your everyday joy. Blossom lesson 13. Surround yourself with English gently, like sunlight. Think of a sunflower. It doesn't grow all at once, every day. It follows the sunlight. A little bit, slowly, but surely, it turns its face to the sun. Learning English is like that too. It doesn't have to be loud or fast. It just needs to be around you, like soft sunlight in the morning. Here's a little story. There was a grandpa named Mr. Tan. He was 68 years old. He lived in a small town and loved listening to the radio. One day, his grandson gifted him a small speaker and said, "Grandpa, this plays English songs. Maybe you'll like it." So Mr. Tan played the same song every morning while making tea. At first, he didn't understand anything, but the music made him smile. Every day, he listened, then one day, he caught a word, hello. A week later, beautiful day. A month later, he sang softly along, it's a beautiful day, don't let it get away. He didn't study hard. He didn't memorize lists, he just let English be around him, like music, like light, like a warm friend. And slowly, like the sunflower, he grew. You don't need to force English into your life, just invite it gently and change your phone to English. Listen to a short podcast while cooking, read one English quote before bed. Make it part of the air you breathe, calm, natural, kind. Tip of the day: don't chase the language. Let it walk with you. Now that English feels like part of your day, let's explore something beautiful: learning with love, not pressure. Lesson 14. Be kind to yourself. Learning is not a race. Imagine a child learning to walk. He falls again and again, but we don't yell at him. We smile, we clap, we say, "You're doing great." So why are we so hard on ourselves when we learn a new language? Let's meet Auntie Mai. She's 57. She always wanted to speak English, but she used to say, "I'm too old now." Her daughter gave her an English notebook and wrote on the first page, "One step is still a step." At first, Auntie Mai forgot every word she learned. She confused kitchen with chicken. She laughed at herself and kept going. Every week, she learned just 3 words. That's it. One day, she walked into a coffee shop and smiled at the waiter. "One coffee, please." He smiled back. She felt like she had just climbed a mountain. She called her daughter and cried, "I said it." And he understood me. That was her gold medal. Her victory, not perfect grammar, not big vocabulary, just real connection. So dear friend, don't rush. Don't compare yourself to others. English is not a race. It's a walk, with birdsong, with tea breaks, with stories. Celebrate every tiny step. Say hello to your mirror. Watch one cartoon in English and laugh like a kid. Or forget a word? No problem. You remembered to try, and that's powerful. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Say, "You're learning. You're trying. I'm proud of you." And now, dear friend, we've come to the last lesson, but it's not really the end, it's a new beginning. Let's talk about something that makes every lesson meaningful: sharing your English journey with others. Lesson 15. Share your English and your heart with someone else. Learning English is not just about you. It's about connection. It's about touching someone's life with your words. Think about Grandpa Huey. He's 70. He learned to say just one sentence in English: "I love you." Why? Because his grandson was born in America. The first time he whispered those 3 words to the baby, his eyes filled with tears. The baby smiled. No grammar book could ever explain that feeling. Sometimes, the best way to grow in English is to give it. Seedling: teach your grandchild how to say hello. Musical notes: sing a simple song to your friends. Open book: read a short story out loud at the dinner table. 4-leaf clover: write a thank you note to your English teacher. When you share what you've learned, you make your English real, you turn it into something living, and most of all, you remind yourself that you are not alone. Your English can comfort, it can invite laughter, it can carry memories across oceans. So speak even if your voice shakes, share even if it's just one word, because that word might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. The best way to keep what you've learned is to give it away. Find one person today to share your English with. Just one. That's enough. After learning all 15 lessons, you may start to see a change in yourself. Maybe you feel a little more confident. Maybe English doesn't seem so scary anymore. Step by step, you are getting better not just in grammar or vocabulary, but in how you feel about learning. That is real progress. You are not just learning English. You are building a new part of yourself, stronger, braver, and more open to the world. And if you want more English content that is fun, easy to understand, and helps you improve every day, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're not just here to teach. We're here to grow with you.